Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the grand finals of the Season 26 tournament. It's been a long wait, but here we are. And we got Nev and Slim Bill fighting off to see who will be the Season 26 tournament champion. In the comms booth today, we got Coevil and Pierce. How are you two doing tonight?
I'm doing great, thanks. Yeah, happy to be here with Pierce on the comms booth and looking forward to this match, Nev versus Slim Bill, highly anticipated. It's going to be quite a close one. What are you thinking about this match, Pierce?
Well, first of all, I'm just really excited to catch this match. It's been a finals a long time in the wait. It's been a while since I've been on the mic, and I'm just surrounded by all the greatest. Glad to see you, Ink. Big happy to see Coevil again. And of course, the two players in the gauntlet right now, Nev versus Slim Bill. Two of my favorites. I can remember Slim Bill, a long time master of the format, always a top ranking player. Gave me a few pointers back when I was just hopping into Arcanists, and Nev, forever a champion as well. Both of these players with a lot of pedigree under their belt. So I'm really excited to see how they sling it in this quick time event.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that, I hope, rather, that we're going to get some very exciting matches, but I think that a couple of them may have a couple of tricks up their sleeve, things that you don't necessarily see in your standard 10 grassy match, because these two players are going to have a lot of experience fighting each other. They've been prepping for this a long time. It's a big title on the line, so it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of breakout spells they bring, if they're bringing any non-standard books. Are you anticipating anything out of the ordinary, off the beaten path, a little unusual, Coevil?
Well, I've played both of these guys so many times, and what I'm thinking is Slim Bill, he's one of the best, if not the best, with generic. And so thinking he's probably going to be sticking with his guns and just going with what is most comfortable, even if it might not be the most ideal, which I think it would be ideal. But Nev, a little bit more of a wild card. He could look to catch Bill off guard with some sort of, cheesy spells, maybe. Something surprising.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to spoil anything for those who might not have been watching earlier, but I definitely saw Nev running a couple zany sets on his spell book, so I'm really interested to see how that will do, if he decides to bring it in, how that will do against a player of Slim Bill's caliber. So I'm really looking forward. If it's standard versus standard, it's still going to be a good time. But with the best of 5 format here, I think there's going to be some room to pull out some secret sauce and maybe catch something off guard.
Yeah, and we're about to get this get this rolling very soon. As you all know, 10 seconds, grassy hills with that totem armor, and it's going to be a good one. Most of these players actually are used to 7 seconds grassy, which is pretty quick. Here you can get a lot done in 10 seconds, so I'm expecting maybe some fireworks and some unexpected kind of quick moves, quick plays. We'll see what happens.
I've definitely seen also a lot of innovation when it comes to how players are anticipating the upcoming moves of their tournament and how they're stealing tempo in a few new ways compared to, let's say, maybe 4 or 6 months ago. I definitely see some advancements in the metagame and things that people were doing that they weren't previously doing. And for a game as developed as Arcanists, because this game has now been around for quite a long time, it's really nice to see a couple of tricks here and there, just anticipating what the set play is going to be and finding ways to squeeze in extra tempo. So I'm really looking forward to seeing when I have 2 top level players on a title match trying to innovate against each other and giving it everything they got, what kind of mind games and what kind of quick steps they're going to take in order to push forward, the next level of gameplay and try and claim the title here.
Yeah, for sure. It's another kind of game to kind of manage different spell books. As you go through each game, you can switch spell books, make small adjustments. Some players like to make more adjustments than others. Some players like to make less. And so, yeah, just as much as the gameplay is important, that kind of psychology of changing up the books and, yeah, maybe trying some of those different newer meta strats that you're, or maybe anti-meta strats, I guess, will be,
that is
will
a
be
way
interesting.
to put it. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to take a quick look here. By the way, make sure you guys are, if you would like, please feel free to support the tournament. You can subscribe. Make sure you spread the word to all your friends, especially your friends that play Arcanists, and just let everybody know the stream is up, the stream is live. We're just waiting now on the players to ready up, but everything is ready on our end. We need the players to get ready. It's been a long time in the wait since these 2 players are in opposite time zones. Nev representing the west coast of USA, Bill representing the UK, I believe. So it has been a bit of time to get these players coordinated and to get them able to play their match against each other. But it's definitely going to be worth the wait. Let's take a look and see if we can find where these guys are. Are they online? Do you see them, Coeval?
Yeah, they're online. I just wanted to also mention neither player has yet won a tournament, a standard tournament. So this will be exciting to see. We will have a new tournament winner. Of course, Nev has gotten to the finals a few times, but just came up short a few times as well. He did win a not seasonal, but sort of like interdivisional tournament when we had those like in the division system back in the day. But right. those don't hand out a trophy rule. Whereas Slim Bill rather, he is more on the newer side, the most recent Archmage in LTS, but hasn't participated in too many tournaments yet, so we haven't really seen him go too far in them yet. This is his first finals. So yeah, I just wanted to put that excerpt out, but we are pretty much ready to go, so I will have us transition momentarily.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm super excited. We're going to hop into it in just a few seconds. Now, obviously, I'm not going to ask you something as drastic to call who you got winning the whole thing. All right? But, Coeval, who do you got winning Game 1?
Game 1...
You feeling? Who do you think's got the? You feeling Nev with a little bit of an edge there, or you think Bill's gonna come in swinging?
I probably would go with Bill for Game 1.
Bill for Game 1. Okay.
Yeah, I could see Nev making some adjustments, and mixing things up a bit. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm extremely interested. I think that these players are just absolutely guaranteed to put on a show, and it's got me out of my seat right now, just bouncing up and down, waiting to see
Yep,
you know,
here we
what's
are.
going to happen on the fields of Grassy. And I believe that's it.
Yep, we got the first game off to the races here now, and looking like sporting some interesting outfits, both of them. And yeah, got this kind of basic opener here. You see both of them are probably running some sort of generic. We might be able to see some more unique spells that they haven't revealed just yet, but it's customary to go to the side and protection shield on turn 1 with these generic books.
Nobody looking for any hyper aggressive start, and I heard the Hemogoblin is able to heal off the totems now, the blood bank. So it's gonna make it a very popular spell throughout the tournament, I imagine, or rather, it has made it a very popular spell throughout the tournament, and going to make it very popular in this series. But we have pretty standard setup in the early game. The protection shields coming out, the flight on cooldown, the storm spirit to pass the turn and just get your minion count up to give you a little bit of protection against some late stage portal shenanigans if left undealt with.
Yep, he had to go for the mud there because he used his mech already, and that's a hard mud to hit. So nicely aimed by Bill. Clearly, you can see he's locked in.
Oh, Bill is... Okay, Deluge. That's going to deflight him. Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Yep,
not a perfect hit, but more than good enough. Blasting off all of that shield, no flight. Flight's going to be one more turn cooldown, I believe. Shield a little bit. Clock Tower is going to allow him to approach safely because there's not really any damage that can be done to him. Blasting through the tower, Pebble's not available due to the Mud Bomb. We can either see a counter Clock Tower here, maybe a Flash out. Okay, so he's running Bomb and possibly not Flash. That's
Bomb, okay.
Counter-attack. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bill came in, he expected this because Nev likes to run just things that are a little bit different. Okay, we see the clock out of Bill. Good aggression.
Okay, yeah. A nice big chunk there. That chunk is going to set up Bill with the tempo he needs to start playing offensively. Clock Tower does come out here this time. Now the question is, do you just land the pebbles here? Bill got the aim, you know? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And he lands 5. He lands 5. So 5 damage down. We've got no more... yeah, that's going to be a flight, prot shield, and move to safety. It's going to force the opponent to de-tower. So he does decide to drop 1 spell for the healing spores. That's going to heal him up a little bit.
Yeah, he's in the ray range, though, so that's going to be not the most ideal. He does still have the bank out, so it's not the worst situation here. Could have used the shrooms, but didn't quite have enough time.
Now, an interesting note here, Aura will actually deflight him because the Sky Ray was able to pull off all that protection shield. We do see the Aura come out, get him out of the sky here. And Bill is just sitting pretty because he's just got that HP lead from the early tempo, landing that clock tower, all generated by that really well-placed Mud Bomb there.
And Nev does have some tools to kind of stem the tide of the early aggression with the shrooms. He'll run out though soon. He's used 2 of them, and so Bill is playing this well so far. 3 now. And oh no!
Oh no!
I don't think Bill can get out though. He'll try though.
Oh, he's out. But can he land a hit? 4 seconds on the clock.
Oh, for
Bill
sure.
is sprinting for it. He's got an angle. 2 seconds.
100%.
Lines up the Mega Boulder. Big
Boom.
damage coming down.
That was sweet.
All of a sudden
for
now,
Nev.
Nev is in kill range from a second Mega Boulder. He knows this. He's locked him down. Mud Bomb. He's out of time to get out of there. He's got a flight protection shield if he's able to pull it off. But with everybody's gate open, the game is blown wide open. Bill decides just trap him there, force his gate, and see if he can play afterwards. Bill should have his tower available as well if he wants to get out of there. And Nev is not going to play too hasty, just throws on the prot shield. He wants to make sure his gate's open. He knows that Bill has some playability here. He knows he's in danger. I'm wondering if he has the Drain Bolt to heal off of this tree a little bit, because he's going to need that space.
Right. Out of shrooms, threatening. Plock might actually be better than Drain here because Bill's up so much health. Nev doesn't have... Actually, both of them probably don't have Drain, right? Because typically you swap Bank out for Drain in most books. So, yeah. If Nev can survive the push here for the next 5 turns or so. Probably gate side at some point and get into the late game. He may be able to stabilize, but he's out of his shrooms. He doesn't have as much sustain. He's going for it.
Yeah. At this point, Bill should just play aggressively to see if he can push down his opponent. And he's going to need some time, because that's the beautiful part of these LTS formats. You get to warp away, and you know your opponent cannot immediately chase just based off how long it takes them to traverse the map. But
Look at this ray trick.
quite beautiful, able to hit his opponent who is taking cover because he put his wisp in a way that it can create collateral.
Yeah, for sure. Bill at some point soon is going to be possibly looking for a mech arrow angle here. And Nev, I wouldn't be surprised if he trees to block it, but I'm not sure if he has it. Okay, mech's...
No, Nev just shooting first.
Yep. Fine play. Get the double hit, deflight Bill. A lot of tempo there.
It's actually going to be very, very hard for Bill to find an aggressive angle here. Is he able to get his mechanical arrow up and over from this range? Yes.
Yep.
Finds a shot there.
Yep, got it up.
That could be deflight here. Only 35. Is flight still available for Nev? I don't think so. I believe it's still on cooldown.
Yeah, so he can't flight back up. He's used his prot. He's just got to wait out a couple of turns. We could see maybe the Arma causing some problems for Nev, depending on the RNG of it all.
And I like this. The clock tower here, just to advance closer. Basically, this clock tower is designed to buy him 4 seconds on the clock and potentially give him a little bit of angle so that he might be able to climb his way up and over. I think this is a very difficult jump to make, though. I'm not sure if this is quite possible. If he had a minion, he could jump off of it, but with no allies in sight, he might just have to flash, take some cover, pops an Aura of Decay. He wants to keep the pressure on, but Bill is, Nev is inching his way back HP-wise into the fight.
Yep. Ooh, going to use his spirit to zone just a little bit, make things a little tricky for Bill, and yep, the bank is...
Is this good, though? Doesn't this give the angle to jump up? Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe it's too important to find that angle.
I mean, even if it did, then, he's towerless up there, and he could get sunk with an aerial or maybe an arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a Q that we saw?
It was a Q, and that Q right there, that's going to be Nev's angle to get back into the game. We have a possible ray angle, Burning Sands.
Burning Sands. All right. So a bit even now. Nev has stabilized, and they both had 1 Q, which, happens even to the best of us.
Absolutely. And I'm not even part of the best of us. I Q all the time, guys.
Everyone Qs. Yeah. All right, Sandy Shores. So unfortunately, that's out of sync with his Burning Sands. If it wasn't, what he could do is click the sand at the bottom.
So these Burning Shores, these sandy... What is this spell?
Sandy Shores is the...
Sandy Shores of the Burning Sands. These are some newer spells. Talk to me a little bit about them. Let me know, what do these spells exactly do, and get me in the mindset of the players here. How are they trying to use these particular tools to manipulate the position?
Yeah, so it's unfortunate that the way that Nev casted his spells, he used Burning Sands first. Normally, ideally, what you want to do is you get Shores out, and then you can click the Shores at the bottom of the map, and it doubles the Burning Sands damage from 15 to 30 per tick.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Also, Shores, if, let's say maybe Slim Bill's out on the bottom left, he's further, closer to the water, then Shores would do about 50 damage. And this little grains of sand could fling up and hit him for damage. It's good anti-side. Arma, though.
So with this Arma, do you think that maybe the reason that these spells were selected is to take advantage of a player that's trying to escape into a hole created by the Arma and kind of put down the pressure? Somebody gets knocked into the water, or they just try and gate out to safety in a position of pressure, and then they try and port into one of the holes that was created by the Arma in the center of the map, and then the sands can start draining them down.
Yeah, it does work similarly to Aura in that sense. So Aura and Sands kind of accomplish a similar thing. I do think that probably more of what Nev's idea was to run Sands is because Bill likes to hide, and okay, we're gonna see a mech out there. Bill likes to hide, and then if he's on the side of the map. Shores kind of counters that as well as Sands. Gets the Prot shield down pretty low. So far it's working well. You could see he heals about 7. So
How many usages on Sands?
Sands, I think just the simple 5-turn cooldown as most spells. So just comes back as a rechargeable.
Got
Just like Aura.
Just like Aura Decay. So he's got constant pressure. Oh, look here.
He's stuck in the Arma. He's got to get out of there. Yeah, you have to be really careful when you gate. That an easy way to lose is if your opponent has tree, you gate, and you're close to an Arma. They tree you, and then you get ticked by the Arma a couple times, and you die, and that's GG. Luckily, Nev was able to escape here. And if you're looking at the health bars and the turn count that we have, we're about halfway through 28. It's looking like this is pretty stable.
Yeah, the game has definitely slowed down a little bit. We did see a possible kill angle out early when Slim Bill was running on the aggression, but with this new hole on the side, it looks like both players are looking to regroup. Now they have to negotiate the Arma, and it's very difficult for them to cross into offensive territory. I think these kind of spots, an extra spell like Burning Sands could really put in a lot of work and get a lot done, because you want to be able to pressure your opponent from across the map on some passing turns, right? Arcane Flash here is great for a passing turn. You can create space for yourself. You can make it so that you aren't trapped by an Aura of Decay while you're trying to take cover, things like this. But just having that Burning Sands out to just make that aggressive play on a passing turn can allow you to slowly edge out an HP advantage. And that can matter, especially in the end game when a lot of the terrain gets destroyed by the Armageddon and players are actually in positions to start slinging spells at each other or die, especially when sinking comes into play.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see, I think Slim Bill is digging in order to just get some protection from Deluge, right? Because that can be pretty harmful here. And so Kay's gonna take cover under that tree that he used many turns ago and trap Nev. And let's see, I expect Arc Bomb. This is one moment where it's not the most ideal. Oh, tries to go for the, or actually, no, I think that was intentional, because now the portal is, the portal's exposed, and Nev's not too worried about what could happen if he stayed, trapped. But I was going to say, this is a weakness of Arc Bomb, is that it's not the best at freeing from the tree trap. Can't really extend the flash on the Arc Bomb, so you don't get free as easily.
Yeah. Okay. Protio going to come out here?
Yeah, setting up the sands again. I was just going to say, he's setting up the sands again to get Burning Sands out, do that tick, and looking
the players are
stable.
largely regenerated here. And this is an angle where I want to see how Bill responds to this, because I think he has some room to play here. He's got a portal on his side with his opponent trapped in the bottom of the vat. He's got the Alpha Strike angle, and there goes the Aura Decay to close up that hole. His opponent cannot port out here. He cannot Arcane Flash downwards from here, right? You go out of that sands and you're straight into the water. You're sinking. So, okay, he's going to try and bomb his way up, maybe? Or rather, out to the side?
He has to make some space, but Bill is starting to close here.
And now we can maybe pebble down?
Yep. And
he is looking to pebble down. I believe that there is some possible counterplay, Deluge or Skyray.
He might go all the way up into the portal. Okay, no, he's going to choose to retreat.
Yeah,
and
even still, he's got the portal to make offensive plays, retreat back across to an inaccessible angle, and that means he's going to have the Alpha Strike here for the first big damage in quite a few turns.
Sink incoming.
Clock comes out. There is a Cuckoo Clock. No sink.
Oh, dang it. No sink here.
Now possible counter punch coming out here from Nev. The action is getting hot. What's Nev going to throw? Just a mud ball. Locks up Bill. Bill's got all types of outs here. I don't think he's got a flash angle here. I think if he flashes here, he's going to put himself in danger. He's going to be exposed.
He is at such a health advantage, though. I wouldn't be surprised to see it, and he does use it.
He does use the flash. This is going to give an opportunity for Nev to strike. But how does he strike? He's not interested.
No, and this is a common line. If you're down a bunch of protection shields, then you're just gonna use all your muds, and then hopefully have your cooldowns back to gate away, or come up with another way to kind of stem the tide. But okay, Bill gonna flash out that way. Maybe give Nev a little bit more life here, chance to recover.
I don't know about this particular goblin. I'm
Yeah.
expecting a pebble shot here.
Oh, he's
Okay, I see.
retreating.
You know what? I think it's not unwise. It's not unwise because he realizes the best way to attack is when he has the safety of his portal. He wants to use the safety of the portal to attack with the proper advantage, and he knows he has the time here to do so. He puts down the Ore of Decay. He understands his opponent's going to have to react to the Ore of Decay, and now he can attack from the portal safety right here, possibly get a little bit of a pebble shot to clear it out.
For sure.
There it goes. Yep.
Great foresight by Nev as well, because
Yeah.
imagine a line where he flight prots instead of towers, and then he just gets mech'd by Slim. Slim goes into the portal. So he towers instead, and now he's able to get a little bit of... Oh no, it doesn't deflight into the Arma. That would have been dope. Oh, but the other Arma
But the other Arma comes and deflects him.
From the top. Oh my gosh.
And now we've got a situation. He's flying above. Not too much prod on him. He just queued. He just did
DC?
nothing. Did he? What's happening here? Why didn't we see any action coming up from Bill?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. Oh, he said he DC'd. Oh no. In the Arma too. I don't know what we'll do at this point. Unfortunate. Let me see here.
Very strange. Both players passing turns.
Oh yeah, he had a resync there.
It looks like Nev offered a draw, so yeah, this was clearly a DC. The game will be annulled because of it.
We can rerun it,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Wow. What a way to start off.
Yeah, that's unfortunate at the end there, but honestly, I don't think that either player was in a, any sort of commanding position.
No. It was still anybody's game from that point.
Yeah. So unfortunate DC there, but it does happen. And hopefully we'll see a little bit more stable internet here in the near future. I do not expect any changes to be made from either of these players. Interestingly, too, the pine cone that Nev brought out, pretty customary of him to do that. He really likes that spell because it's great at deflighting. And here we are.
Right. We're
We're
right
back
into
into
the next game. All right, so standard opening from Nev. We're going to see Flight Prot Shield get under cover. And I'm expecting a very, very similar play. Bill jumps up, changes his mind. Like,
nope.
he was like,
Not
wait a minute,
today.
that's not flight out. Didn't I hear what the caster said? I need to Flight Prot Shield go undercover. My bad. All right.
Right. watching that on replay on delay, just like learning from our commentary, of course. No. All right, here we go.
So
Similar
we see
opening.
the center is taken here with the blood bank dropped out. Any spell
Speed.
can come. Okay. No deflect.
Mud.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the mud here. Mud is super good here because your opponent really doesn't want to tower this, and they also really don't want to flash this.
Arcane
So
Bomb,
he's
though.
Yeah. Bomb is only very slightly better than flash. I mean, this is not the position I want to be if I'm Nev. You know what I mean? Like, he's up a blood bank, down the position, up a blood bank while players are at max health. Not my favorite way to be up, personally.
Yeah, it could though in time help him to kind of stabilize here, depending on what he pulls out. Okay,
All right,
mech.
Counter mech arrow. That's going to deflight. Neither player has flight here. So in
Yep.
this position, being up the blood bank is good. I'm a little surprised that Bill didn't position himself a little bit more aggressively because I felt like he maybe had a little bit of tempo there, right? His opponent dropping the blood bank full HP. Obviously, blood bank is very, very good scaling because as the game, as we see, goes very long, you're definitely going to want that blood bank out to make sure that you're winning on the exchanges. but I do think that there was an angle after the mud bomb that he could have started to look for an early opening. Instead, we do not see that line, and that's pretty normal to look for these very conservative lines. Instead, both players get their blood banks up, they start to do their own scaling, and instead they start to go into their own tunneling. So let's see how they can push forward their development moving from here.
For sure, I definitely agree that he could have gone with the more aggressive line, and that is actually typical of Bill. But you know, when you're in this 10-second time format and it's the tourney finals, these types of inaccuracies and kind of subtle things can sometimes be overlooked here. Ooh, interesting. Nev going for a somewhat aggressive play. He's setting up a 2-turn sequence, which is towering up top, and then he's going to scoot the tower all the way down, maybe even all the way to the bottom of the little cavern there, and then pebble Bill. Bill knows this, so he is going to tree him, preventing that.
And let's see how the reaction comes. Just the Burning Sands push out the position. He should be able to scooch right on over, get out of this with the clock tower, no problem. Maybe not. Maybe he's just pushing left, taking a little bit of extra damage. Now,
Yeah,
I wonder
just
if you're going to see
space.
the Aura come out here. Aura could be really good here.
Yeah, for sure.
He's already committed, right? He's already committed to this left side movement. D-Tower jumps out. All right. This is obviously going to be a proc shield. You never just leave yourself exposed here. Even still,
Yep.
Aura of Decay just looks phenomenal here. Right? Force him back through the sands, if anything.
Are you thinking an aura from Nev?
Yeah. Does he not have the spell? Did he use it? Did I miss something?
Well, it actually shares a cooldown with Sands, so you can't use both.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
All right, let's see here. He's just making space. Does have to be cognizant of that totem. Oh, is that going to go off? Oh, it doesn't
It
quite
is
go
off.
off. Arc Bomb is on a timer. And so after it bounces, it takes, I don't know, a few seconds before it flashes and the arrows release, but didn't get the timing off. Wasn't the most punishing cue here.
All right, Proc Shield comes down. Likely going to see something similar.
Yep, great to get the portal set up. Now he's not really worried about Arma in any way, shape, or form.
Skyray comes, not going to D-Tower. And I'm curious if allowing this blood bank to just play here is good. I mean, of course, Bill could always just play a new blood bank, but it might be winning on tempo to just throw an arcane bomb down and see if he can't bounce it off to kill the blood bank.
Yeah, with the 3 arrows for sure. It would definitely be worth a try. And, okay, interesting. Bill relocating. He doesn't want to go to the right through the portal. Didn't quite get the damage there on the ray, but did drop the tree. Not the end of the world here.
Bill shows himself having a little bit of discipline here because there was probably an angle for him to launch an offensive there after the whiff. But instead, we do see him just retreat back into his cove. Sandy Shores comes out. This burning is just slowly trying to tick away.
Yeah, being exceptionally patient here, both players. And it's looking like very subtle back and forth here. Just chipping away with the aura, sands, and being intentional about positioning. So, okay, here we see the arcane bomb that you were mentioning, Pierce. And it does a little bit, not much.
Just something. Just something.
Aggro move, potentially? What's he cooking?
He's got 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Pebble shot. No, just the mud bomb. But listen, with tower on cooldown, mud bomb's not looking too bad here. He's got a lot to navigate through to get out of this Aura of Decay. Oh, wait, is tower not on cooldown? It was not.
Okay.
And he also lands the high jump there. He's out of that aura range? He's not. He's not out of the aura range.
Not quite, no.
Yeah, he's getting tickled by it.
Yeah,
This looks like probably a pebble. Yeah.
Yep, and then Nev's going to have to trap or get out of there. And
Now he's got no tower available. He's got no Prot Shield active. And he's looking at a flying opponent. So he's going to just throw down the mud bomb here. Is this a flash angle? Oh, no, he doesn't have it. He's got bomb.
Well, Nev has bomb, but Bill
No,
doesn't.
yeah.
So
No, no. Bill might have flash, right? I'm wondering
Yeah.
if that wasn't a flash angle there.
he does, but I don't think it pops Nev up enough. It would launch him, but it wouldn't launch him up over that castle.
Yeah, very, very hard.
Right. So now it's looking like Bill's going to get some tempo because Nev allowed the arrow, as we can see. And he's going to have to run. You got to get out of there. At least his bank's still up, so that's going to be good. Okay, Deluge.
Deluge's coming down. That's a easy D tower. Oh,
Or not.
I spoke so soon. I spoke too soon. It lives narrowly. I thought Deluge was going to kill the tower for sure. Is it not 80 damage?
It is 90, but he had some prot, so...
Ah, he said
Yeah.
yes. He still had some... Yeah, very good.
Ooh, the cog killed the bank there as well. And now we're going to see some value out of the shrooms because Bill has gone with an aggro approach. Nev can actually counteract that a bit with some of his mushrooms, and he's used one of them so far. Okay, we're going to see Ray come out, get a little bit more damage. Nev
Now, the
needs to
curious
set
thing
up.
about... Go ahead.
He needs to set up, I think. He's losing. Yep, he's got to get his bank out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say the curious thing about that particular Ray is that it does allow angles for Flight Prot Shield to come out unanswered. But I do like the idea of getting that Blood Bank out and getting this tempo, especially separating himself. We do see Bill react defensively. He warps over to the left side. He just wasn't that interested in losing tempo while breaking out of the mud bomb.
Yeah, and also it's great to be close to your portal. I'm surprised he hasn't got more use out of his portal. He's just kind of ignoring it. And so, yeah, this is still looking a bit even, similar to last game. Internet looks stable, so, you know. Yeah.
All right, Flight Prot Shield coming out for both players. How do we make progress? Possible clock tower here? No, he's just going to try and destabilize his opponent, start working down on his shields right away. Possible Burning Sands to answer once he gets himself in the clear. He doesn't want to leave his head too exposed.
Yeah, tower's interesting, but you want to be careful about that. Okay, he's going to kill the totem to prevent the Arma. But if you tower, and then let's say you need to move, then you just have to detower. And maybe Nev, goes aggressive, muds you. All of a sudden, you're towerless. And then it's tough. You got to gate out. It's just like complicates things. So saving the tower is not a bad choice there. And okay, gonna get a little bit of AoE on the Ray as well.
Very nice. The question that I ask myself here is, how does Bill make progress? First, he puts down his goblin again. But you can see Nev is very, very comfortable here. He's he's got the high ground. He's going to start putting the pebbles down. He's going to start shooting.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah.
Great pebble.
Yeah.
Into the Arma, too.
And he's got a decent amount of control. Just from positioning only. Mud Bomb comes out. I believe that is Mud Bomb number 3 from Bill.
I am not sure. Haven't been keeping track, but I trust you. So, yeah, we're seeing the Arma's not making too much of an impact up to this point yet.
This is a late game Arma. It's scaling. Does he have an angle for Pebble here without clicking himself?
Probably not. Arcane Bomb is sensible here, though.
Digging down, and he just wants to keep putting this kind of pressure on, making sure he's working on his opponent's protection shield.
Slight chip damage there. Is he just going for a D tower?
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Power's down, Prot Shield's down.
The bank is down, though, too, so Nev has to be careful. Slim is ultimately going to win this battle because he has his bank out. Oh, that Arma.
Uh-oh.
Coming close.
He might have spoke a little too soon. The Arma coming, putting some pressure on Slim when he finally gets a little high ground advantage.
Yeah, Nev has to somehow get out of arrow range. Hurry up, run. Nicely done by him.
Flight Prot Shield across the map.
Bill's tower with just 12 health, thanks to the Arma.
And we do see a tree here.
Yeah, another
Blood
Arma
Bank-
spawn. Super close. He's in danger.
He is definitely not in the prettiest spot.
Good gate. On the aggression here? Oh, man. Okay, no, not quite. Some zoning action. What do you think of that move, Pierce?
He's not looking to get himself hit. It's really hard to access, but an aerial spell here could start an HP trade that could work in Nev's favor. I do like the fact that he decided Clock Tower. He's got a little bit of room to play, and he knows that he's not going to take any damage from the opponent's zoning spell here because he's already cast it to stop a leftward movement. And it looks like Bill's just not interested in that. While Nev didn't really have any angle to hit him with his spell, trying to set up to possibly rain down on him with pebbles and take a high ground position wasn't looking very effective with no prot shield and a tower for his opponent. It looked like things could just go wrong on the counterpunch, and it looks like Bill decided to just get out of there. I think he would have been better off to just play directly on top of him with this aura, because while it was a little bit of a deviation from a standard line, he just didn't have the resources to make it look really juicy, you know?
Yeah, he had to retreat there, and looks like he went through the portal and ended up queuing. Unfortunate there. A couple people are mentioning in the lobby chat that Nev could have got the extra damage from Burning Sands, but as you can see at the bottom in the mid-map, that sand is not scorched, so he missed that opportunity to do a little bit more damage to Bill's prots. Can he escape that? Oh, wow. Looks like a smaller little area there. I didn't think he could escape, but he is able to.
All right, 100 prot shield now. This time, Nev might be able to find himself a good angle to launch some aggressive action.
Yeah, and
Mechanical arrow comes out.
Use Bill's portal against him, potentially. But any sort of aggro is nullified. Yeah, bank goes down for... Who was that? Was that Bill's?
It was... No. That was Nev's blood bank. But I don't think either player has a blood bank active at the moment.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They don't really have much time to afford that setup move, but Bill's going to use it anyway. He's got to get health back somehow. It's just passive with this totem armor, as you were mentioning in the outset of this commentary, Pierce, because the totems on each person's end, like some of them are Nev's, some of them are Bill's, and so when those die, they get a little bit of health. Okay, has some aerial protection here.
I might have spoke too soon. Actually, Bill's blood bank is underneath his portal now.
He had just summoned one.
He just summoned it.
Prior.
He just summoned it. I see.
Yep. So, okay.
He summoned it through his portal.
Yep, through the portal, and now they are not looking to be aggressive here, really. Just biding their time, and 10 seconds is a lot of time, so I wouldn't be shocked if they go for a late game push. Nev, of course, has Pine Cone, so 50 prot can vanish in an instant. Like in this situation, Bill's
What's
like,
Pine Cone ammo?
It is unlimited, so
Okay.
yeah, you can use it as often as you need. Bill was going to push. Maybe he didn't have mud ball in order to execute that. And nice response by Nev into the Armas, but not the right turn for it, unfortunately. So Bill gets, I don't know, potentially that's a little bit of luck there. It's hard to track the turns on those totems because once the totem dies, you'd have to remember the color of it. Pretty complex to track in a low times game.
There is certainly a lot going on screen right now. It looks
for
like,
sure.
Yeah. The question is, who's gonna find the angle to really put down some damage? Now that the map is starting to fall apart a little bit, it is entirely possible that a player can easily make a misstep in these later stages of the game compared to the earlier stages, especially with blood banks disappearing at random, opening opportunities for a player to steal that turn of tempo and making an aggressive push. Deluge coming out here.
Oh, does it?
Oh, but a little bit of roofing is going to largely neutralize a spell. Now,
Yeah.
does Bill find a way to convert this into tempo? I think he's pretty down when it comes to tempo from this position. He's already towered up. He doesn't want to drop his tower.
Oh, getting a drop arrow in here doesn't go the right way, though. Bill has somewhat mastered that drop arrow. He's kind of known for it. But this type of angle, I mean, that's just greedy. Honestly, I'm going to be honest there.
Bit.
That's a tough one to hit. But he went for it. It's relatively unpunishing, spot where a Q doesn't just lose you the game instantly. Needs to get his prots back at some point, though. But he doesn't want to detower. Because if he detowers and prots now, Nev can easily close the gap in 10 seconds. And this mid-map is just such a mess that it's been very difficult for Nev to push.
Now, I think that particular Orb of Decay is very close to queuing if you just look at it. I mean, the position was not at all trapping his opponent. It didn't put any pressure. It didn't even put any direct damage. And it did allow Nev to just fly over and find an angle in which to put down some pressure. And now Bill decides to go aggressive here, doesn't drop the Pinecone, misses the Pebble sweet spot, and he's in the air with no prot.
Cone into Arma. This GG.
Big Cone. Uh-oh. What kind of damage is this going to be?
Oh, lucky on the turns once again. That particular totem was meant to go off after Slim's turn. As you can see, it'll disappear. Or expand, I guess, one last time before it disappears. Unfortunate, but still in a good spot here, Nevis.
I am curious, though, if he wasn't short, why not to just sink his opponent? I mean, from that position, I do see Conan to Armor being a winning line if it's winning, but if not sure, sinking there is probably a winning line.
Sinking there is, I think, looking pretty strong, honestly. Yeah. Pebble sink would be good. I don't think Pinecone would sink.
From there, I think Pinecone was sinking.
Well, he stops at the border because he's flighted. He doesn't go off the map while flighted. So he would stop at the border and then just land on that tree.
Oh, okay. I see.
Piece of tree there.
A mud ball still in the rotation.
Okay, stands on his own totem there, which is a little bit suspect, but he needed to do that, I guess, maybe to aim it. This is where Arcane Bomb is just S tier. Because you're going to get 30 damage and tempo.
And neutralize that mud ball. Yes.
Yep. For sure.
Bill is on the retreat. He finds himself a little cranny here. Skyray for deflight.
Yep.
And let's see the chase.
I'd push. Go.
Yeah, he's off to the races. Nev hunting him down. He's got 4 seconds to take a shot.
Cone.
Lines
Let's see it. Boom.
Fine cone.
60.
60 is not bad at all. But now, the counter punch coming back, and this is where we get bloody. He's got all the time in the world to line up something, but what is in his clip? Flight tries to find the gate. That's not going to do it. Excuse me, not the gate, the flash. Does not pop him straight up.
Yeah, Bill ran out of muds, it looks like, and so he didn't have much time to decide what to do there.
Okay, now this time he does not have flight available to him. Ate another Pinecone, knows he is in mortal danger from this position.
Perhaps gate wasn't quite up, and so he couldn't
yeah.
retreat.
That's got to be a tree. He needs to buy himself some turns, make sure that he's playing from a position where he can gate. But now, Bill is absolutely on the back foot. The Sandy Shore is coming out. What, that did 50 damage, brother.
Yes, it did. And we're looking at 15 to 250. Clinical game won by Big Dam, a.k.a. Nev.
I was about to say, no way he's going to queue here, but he gets his clock tower button off just in time.
Yeah.
So he's not quite in lethal range from here. But I mean, even Pebble Shot is going to just put him into like a completely unplayable state.
Oh, hear me out. Insane play. Sans himself. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say Arcane Bomb knocked him off here. Or Flash, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so he does find the Flash Sync. He earns himself a tiny bit of tempo here.
Without gate, though. Look at that. His health just went down from 250 to 155. So, Bill now
and his opponent's
going
across the map.
Yep. Bill's going to be able to draw this.
No tower.
Wow.
Still 2 turns on tower. 1 turn remaining on tower. There's a portal.
Nev's got to go.
A
Wait,
portal.
he just wins here. Oh my gosh.
It should be lethal.
Speed, and he gets the win. 10
0
seconds.
down.
Wow.
Very clean.
I
Nice
wasn't
job by
thinking
Nev
that he was
to
going to
find it.
get that. Yeah. Great play.
Game 2. Going over to Nev there.
Wow, clutches the first game. That was nice. I was thinking, I was in that 7 grassy mode where I was like, oh, there's no way. Yeah, he's not going to be able to push in 7 seconds. But 10s, I mean, that's plenty of time, especially for Nev. Here we are, game 2.
They're wasting no time. We are immediately into the next game. All right. Looks like this time, Nev's going to go first. And he doesn't play the standard line of Flight Prot Shield. Instead, he goes for a Flight into a Mud Ball. And I love this line because very, very volatile. The opponent can counterpunch with a Sky Attack. The opponent can... And there we go. We see Orb Decay come down, deflight, which means that on a turn where he decides to break out of the Mud Ball, it does give him potential options to take Flight Supremacy, especially if he's able to safely set up a Protection Shield. But Clock Tower on top of him means that flashing out of this position is very, very dangerous. We might see a counterplay of flashing down, but instead we just see Gate off to the side. And with no Flight and no Clock Tower available for Nev, I think that we're just going to see the play stabilize into defensive lines from here, because neither player now has the tools necessary to make any further push.
Yeah, I'd agree. For sure, that's a very precise line by Nev to flight and kind of anticipate, okay, Aura would be safe, right? Because we're still early game. We're not threatening any sort of Mega Boulder or, Dark Matter Bomb or other kind of really big damage plays. And then towering on top of the mud. That was a pretty innovative move, preventing Slim's own tower, which is just the,
the most natural
easy
counter. Yeah,
easy natural opener or response to the mud. And getting him to the side, in addition, is really
he's
good for
controlling
Nev.
the whole map. Yeah, Nev is in control of the map here. It's quite good. Not only is he in control of the map, he's also got his Blood Bank out. His Blood Bank is tucked away in a nice, safe location. Right? Now the flight's going to come out, but the side is very much not safe from this position. I mean, with the Sands coming out this way, he's zoning from, any, he's being zoned from any actual direct action here, but Mechanical Arrow doesn't really care about that. No Prot Shield left here. He's not deflighted.
Yep, good to whittle the prot for sure. I think Nev has played this opener very well to push him to the side.
Insane opener.
And Bill, though, he's doing what he can to regain top, doing the best he can there. Staying on the side is pretty much a death sentence, and so I think this Ray is fine. Bill's looking solid here. Nev does have the shrooms, so that's kind of helping to prevent any sort of rush that Slim might pull out. Bank's still alive. Gonna help Nev with some... Yeah, is he gonna flash this, or... No, he's got bomb.
No, he's just gonna keep up the pressure.
Okay.
He's just gonna keep up the pressure. He says, I don't care if I'm trapped in here, you're trapped out there. Hold this water.
Decent damage, too. Wow, 109 to 243. Are we seeing a replay from last game where we've got such a health deficit for Slim? Looking tough.
Now, this Clock Tower should be pretty safe here. I mean, we have seen a lot of remote play here, but I don't really think that there's anything left in Nev's kit that's going to take out this Clock Tower from inside the tree. He sets up the Sandy Shores directly under the Clock Tower. We've got no left or right motion. We can possibly see a flash, possibly a bomb here. No, instead we just see the Goblin come out.
Yeah, unfortunate that he doesn't have Drain Bolt in this situation. Obviously, Bank is better than Drain in this setting, but I mean, I'm sure if Slim had the chance to Drain, he would do it here. Get a 60.
For sure.
He'd have to lob it. It'd be kind of tricky, but Slim does that easy. All right, Arcane Bomb. Now he can tower out. Slim is looking to line up a boulder. Oh, that's too far though. No.
That was such a difficult boulder shot. But yeah, it's not just difficult. The question is it a game-losing boulder shot? Right? And I don't think it was bad of Slim at all to take risks in that type of situation. Because, I mean, in terms of HP, he's just down. We can clearly see he's busting out of there. That tree had no HP left on it, which means the Arcane Bomb is going to see so much play. and now he's just kind of trapped in a tower.
Yep,
Skyray's
right
going
here
to
is
come down and
solid.
deflate.
Yep, right here solid. Nev's got shrooms though to even continue to build his health. He's only used 2. He's got 2 more, I believe. And
Gonna look
Nev's
for
just
the
going to
pebble
push.
here. Yep.
Yep. Uh-oh. And when he goes side, he's going to get shores. So
He also doesn't even have to worry about Mega Boulder 2 coming out here. Even if he gets tagged by the Mega Boulder, it's going to pop off his Blood Bank. If so, give him back a little bit of HP there as well. And there's not going to be a third Mega Boulder to follow it up with only 2 in the bank.
yeah, I would consider, I don't know if I'm crazy for this, but I would consider moving my bank, bouldering Nev back, healing back up to probably 100, and getting Nev down to 100 or maybe even 80 himself if it's a big mega. Slim doesn't.
And there's Deluge. This tower is not doing anything. No sky coverage, no tower available. Flight Prot Shield can come out, but it's just not looking great. And I think Clock Tower is being cut off by this bank. But Bomb can come out no problem.
Yeah. Slim seems a little bit
Connect.
uncertain about his movement. He was a little hesitant that last turn. I would have expected him to try to push to the right side and hide. But he did not go for that approach. He needs to go full defense.
Yeah. Tree is going to try and buy 1 turn. No, we're not interested. We're not interested. We will play our out in order to get this aggressive lineup. Flight is not fast. That's one of the downsides of Flight, is just moving across the map. You're going to take a lot of time.
Whoa.
An absolutely clean mud ball. That was the cleanest mud ball I've ever seen in all my time in Arcanists.
I did not even think about that at all. Like, does he has a second mega, right? Does he not? I saw
he does, but I mean, like, I can understand why he doesn't want a mega there. But just the fact that he's able to land this, I mean, that's just so big. Right now, remember, there's no teleporting available here, so he can't just de-tower and chase. And he's created all the space that he needs to create while maintaining his gate, so that he's got some outs here.
Yeah, and he has no bank out, so using that mega there wouldn't really net him much health. So portal is what he had to use. He had to eat the sand because if he goes up top, he's going to get pine coned or deluged. And Nev's just going to push.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not an easy position to push here, right? We
I don't
possibly
know.
see summoning a spirit to turn off the portal for his opponent's turn.
This is risky. I think Nev maybe could get into the portal in 10 seconds, but he doesn't.
Yeah, that's. I was thinking you got to turn off the portal here. Now, it looks like he's not going to risk it. He's just going to pebble down, perhaps.
Right.
And just
He's
pressure
gonna...
the position. He's not going to let him hold portals on opposite sides of the map on side and get himself back into the game. He wants to open up access to this right away from the top side. Make sure he's got some room to shoot down. He's looking to close it out.
Yeah, has a mech angle too. Slim just has to. Yep.
Yo, these mud ball angles.
Yeah, these
are getting a bit ridiculous. No.
Yep, these muds are clutching it for him, keeping him in the game. That arcane bomb, okay, won't do too much damage. Would maybe consider going back through the portal now that he's got some prot. Okay, mud is fine, but he's gonna be out soon.
The thing is, dropping your muds here is perfectly acceptable because the game is not going to be stabilized by mud alone, but it is going to be very, very meaningful to deflight his opponent here, right?
For sure.
If he's not able to pull this flight off of Nev, then Slim Bill is going to be in humongous trouble.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bill, don't go that low because you're going to get shores, but he towers.
We saw that last game at 50.
Yeah, shores will still come out, though.
Yeah, but it did not completely obliterate his health bar this time. Okay. Little chip damage. Trying to fight back a little bit. Opens up the sky on him. Flight does come out here. And without the sky raid, the flight here is safe to play.
Yeah,
Protection shield also comes down.
Curious, though, why Bill hasn't got his bank out. He's been
I really thought he was going to bank last turn over Sky Ray. I mean, Keeping that Skyray handy to knock off this Prot Shield means that he can at least threaten to deflight his opponent in certain situations, which he's really going to need to buy the time. But now, Nev just gets to keep pushing forward on him and continue to rain from above, and I think that's going to be the angle that's going to be really, really important.
Yeah, this is a tricky spot for Slim. He's trying to prevent the push, but 10 seconds is just so much time. He's just going to get pebbled here. Might be game. Oh, nearly. And okay, the bank is out.
The bank is out, but I mean, like, do we have time? I don't think we do. Where can he fly to? He drops a Mega, goes for something really, really tricky, but that's probably just going to be it.
Yeah, tried to get some heal, didn't get enough from the Mega there. Because I think when he's prodded, it doesn't actually heal the damage that does to the shield. So has to do damage that's past the protection shield, if that makes sense. All right,
What an opening line coming out there from Nev and converting it into what we saw there. I mean, that's just operating on another level. Nev now
that was nice.
Yeah, it was so clean. It was so clean. And this is what I was talking about, right? The early game adaptations, anticipating what's going to happen in the other line. I never saw that 6 months ago. I never saw like flight into mud bomb over Prot Shield into tower on top of opponent's head into force them to side into like I'd never seen that line before in all my spectating.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the that one move that I pointed out, which was standing on the mud and then towering to counter.
I've never seen that.
Nope. Me neither.
And this is what I was talking about, like the nuances and the micro adjustments to the standard 10G meta that these players have innovated in order to take Arcanists to the next level, even a decade or more into the game's lifespan, is just so mind-blowing to me. It just shows how good these players are, just how deep this game can really go, and it's just been so exciting to watch this match tonight. Nev now up 2-0. Bill, with the first turn, instantly takes the flight Prot Shield.
Okay, going for an aggressive. That's going to do 70. Oh my goodness.
Holy moly.
Down flight.
Yeah,
wow.
He didn't have his head covered properly with the flight Prot Shield. Took too long on the first turn, and he's going to just drop HP there. Trade back. This is not too doomed of a position.
Nope, because he was able to trade the mech, and Nev didn't have time to prot. He went for the aggressive mech. They just kind of traded, but Nev got a little bit more. I don't know if that was luck or skill in the way he aimed it. A little bit of both with mech. But really, Slim's just down 20 damage. He's going to get a bank out next turn probably. And we're going to have a game.
There's Prot Shield. Now, I don't know. Do you drop bank here? I think I just blast off that Prot Shield with a Sky Spell, right?
Yeah, although it's turn 4. So
you're right. It might not be active. Not active.
Yeah, I think it has to be this turn coming up to where Skyray comes out. And, then, here it is. Yep. Nev's trapped in there. I think using tree is going to be crucial at some point in this series. Just the fact that Nev can't really easily escape from a tree. And Arc Bomb is not really that good at digging in that scenario. This is not looking great for Nev. Because look, he can get aggro here.
Oh,
Mega
Boulder.
Boom. Huge damage.
Insane damage. A perfectly aimed Mega Boulder. Big risk coming out from Bill, but that could pay off massively. The Pinecone going to push him all the way right back down. He's got no flight to get out of there. How does he play the spot? I think he's got a tower here, right? He just towers on top of the sands and then just tries to move.
Yeah, although it looks like
he gates out. He's not.
His tower's on cooldown, I think. Yeah. So he's gating. Nev's pushing. Look how fast he's getting over there. I mean, this is 10 seconds. He's got so much time.
Yeah, it's pebbled down. He's got the high ground already.
Yep.
He understands how to play pebbled down from once he's got the high ground. Push his opponent to the side and just make sure he keeps position, keeps tempo. We saw the exact same song and dance last game. The difference is this time Bill's got the HP advantage, but not by a crazy amount here. That Mega Boulder did do a lot, but the healing spores will activate in order to kind of
Oh.
neutralize this.
And that's not ideal for Nev, that he stays in the tower. Bill was going to mud anyway, so it's not a huge deal. But just a slight bit of protection for Slim. For example, he wouldn't take damage from shores because he was towered there. So that's good. And Sands might come out, but if he does Sands, then... Oh, I was scared for a second about DC, but we're good. If he does Sands, then it's going to hit Nev as well. So he would...
it's in a line of fire.
Right. Portal is solid. He's got good use out of that. And I wanted to mention too, I didn't get a chance at the beginning, but it's curious, not really curious, but it's interesting that they both stuck with their same spell books. You might have expected Slim to kind of change something up, but he is still confident despite this 2-0 hole in his generic play. And I think that's the right move from what I know about Bill.
I definitely think Bill's skill as a player, his fundamentals are incredibly solid. His technical ability, I mean, we've seen plenty of very, very impressive things come out from him. He's just got to find his spots, find his position, and see if he can find a hole in Nev's gameplay. The problem is Nev is not looking very weak in many departments, I gotta tell you.
Nev's about to win right here with the Pinecone thing.
Yeah. Oh,
my God. What?
Whoa, Coapple.
Oh my God. Nuts.
How does Bill play this spot? Does he go left? Does he go right? He doesn't really have either option.
Oh my.
Because the gate is available, so he's going to try and take top here. Now, there is the slight advantage of the fact that the tree is there blocking off an ability for Nev to fly out. But can he hit a Sky Spell from here? He directly hits him on the top of the head with a Sky Ray, dropping Bill down to 43.
Good Lord. I mean, you can make so much progress, move so far with 10 seconds. He goes all the way down from the top of the map to the bottom through the portal, repositions himself, and Pinecones, and somehow sinks that all in 10s. Speedy.
Crotch Shield going to come out. He knows that he doesn't have a clean angle to chase from here, and it might be a little bit of time for the Arma to start to come into play and finish off the position.
Oh, going for a drop mech.
Is this going to hit? It does hit.
Oh, wow.
It deflects him as well.
Hits the drop. No one anticipated that move, probably. That was insane.
I think he's going to throw a boulder. He's got to, right? He's got to throw a boulder here. Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, no.
He missed one of his bounces, but for the most part, he's got some good damage out of there. Not lethal range. And the question is, can Nev find the angle to look for pebbles here without putting himself to get set up to sink? And I think he wanted to find it, but when he didn't get very clean jumps, he realized it wasn't in the cards for him. He just towers up, buys himself his next turn. And he's probably going to look to Prot Shield here, just some other safe stuff. Actually, his Prot Shield might be cooldown. Instead, just decides to throw some pebbles.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Bill's super low, so it's not really a bad move.
Absolutely not.
Unfortunately, didn't detower him, but... yeah.
No retreats. Now, he does have his gates to play the left-right side, but we already know that this position is exactly what we want to see. This Sands comes out and shreds Bill's HP.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's got to run.
He's gating to the other side here, but look at this. The Sands on both the left and right side, so he can threaten either side on the cooldown.
Yeah, once it is scorched, you don't get the double damage, but he does have a little bit of the sand on the right and the left that is still available to click, and Burning Sands is very wide. So, yeah, it's just very difficult, I think, for Bill to come back. It's difficult to stall on this map. More difficult than I had kind of anticipated.
Yeah, I think that Nev has definitely done a lot of studying to figure out how to put the pressure onto his opponent, and I don't think he's going to pebble down before Prot Shield here. Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. Nev said, you thought. He said, you thought, Pierce. Of course I'm going to pebble him.
Yeah. No, and... oh, he's going for something huge. What is he doing here, Mud?
I mean, but don't you have to?
Wait,
right? As
Bill Pebble
here.
Sink?
Yeah,
Pebble Sink. Oh, no!
It was close. It was so close.
Oh, man.
He missed it by one pebble, and that's going to be it.
Tragic.
3-0 by Nev.
For Bill.
In some incredibly precise work there. Absolutely GG.
Wow. Yeah. That was quite a clutch by Nev. in all of the games, honestly. Great pushing and aggression.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely immaculate play, but by both players. You can really see the breakdown of how Nev was just prepared to put pressure on his opponents from the side. You see how he innovated, not really prioritizing um, Aura of Decay as much over these sands in order to push his opponent off the sides and rain down from above to make sure that he can constantly produce aggressive pressure and just push towards the win incrementally without even necessarily looking for these big damage plays, but actually able to chip his opponent's health bar down and out-tempo the towers, the prot shield, everything that's going on there, even amidst the blood bank. So really, really nice control, really nice play there by Nev. Excellent demonstration from Bill. He showed us some really highlight moments, some amazing mud bomb plays, some great usage of the portals as well, but he was never able to find the portal angle where he could trap down his opponent and lock him down, and he was forced to concede that high ground to Nev very, very often, ultimately leading to his demise. But excellent play from both players. Definitely the finals I was looking to watch, and a great game to both of them. I think that Inc. is looking to see if either player wants to get in an interview, and so if either of them do volunteer for the interview, we're going to pull them in here and ask them a few questions, get some thoughts from their mind about the match.
Yeah, so updates on the interview situation. Nev has said yes, he needs a little bit of time. Has to take care of something real life related real quick. Slim is declining the interview. It's pretty late for him, so he wants to get to bed.
Yeah, it is in the wee hours in the UK, so more than understandable. But once again, great game. GG's to my boy Slim Bill. It was an honor to watch you play this match, and obviously nobody ever wants to hear a congratulations on second place. I get it, man. But I still think you are just such an absolutely phenomenal player. It was a pleasure to watch you play in this game today.
Oh yeah, very. Despite the 3-0, it was still, I think, a close match in many ways. And sometimes, you wake up and don't have the best luck, like that pinecone sink I was just talking about, Nev. You planned that, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah, I planned everything.
100%. Yep.
What's going on, Nev? Ladies and gentlemen, we do have with us join in the call Nev, your season 26 champion. How does it feel? I heard that this is your first gold. How does it feel?
Well, it feels good. I haven't won a tournament, and I'm not very good at LTS, I think. So it feels good.
The results beg to differ. You can't be not very good at LTS and just win the whole tournament. Why do you say you're not good at LTS?
LTS has always been my weak spot, right? So I don't know. I just feel like I just got kind of lucky, I guess. Bracket luck and all.
When you say weak spot, are you talking about fundamentals or not having the speed, or what kind of
Yeah, I'm super slow at this, man. I'm a turtle.
You were not turtling there. You were not turtling in terms of defensive gameplay or in terms of speed. You were very, very smoothly playing this game, orchestrating aggressive moves all over the map, constantly pressuring down your opponent. I found it quite very impressive. So let's play into your idea that you're not very good at LTS, which is objectively untrue. You can't get a lucky bracket to the championship, right? You're going to have to fight good players eventually, right? But let's say this is true. What areas of luck did you think led to the victory today and throughout the tournament?
Well, for the tournament, or for this match specifically, I think that Pinecone really won me the game. I just think that, I don't know, I try to figure out a book that could beat generic, because I know Slim Bill, that's really all he plays.
Mm-hmm.
So, I cooked that book that I've been using up, and I used it in the tournament before. So it seemed strong, right? When I played him the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Because we played in the qualifier and in the group stage, but and it was working, so I just stuck to it.
So walk me through it in a little bit of depth for those at home aspiring to become as lucky as you. What advantages did this book provide you? You picked a few spells that were off the beaten path. You had Pinecone, you had Sands. These are not what we'll say OG options for 10G, what was your thought process adding these spells into your book, and how do you felt that they guided you to victory?
So like the whole book is pretty much designed to force someone to the side, right? So once they go to the side, I could just bully them and eventually kill them. Like the totem armor would help me too. And that's pretty much how it played out, right? Like the pine cone knocks them away. I try to chip away at their prot right away. I never let them stay in flight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once they hit the side, it's game over. They have to fight me at the top or they lose.
Yeah, I
Like
definitely did.
I don't have Mega Boulder, right? So it's like,
Yeah,
you know, that's my weakness. Like if you rush me back, I'll just fold.
I
yeah,
mean, you do have mushrooms too, though, too. So you were able to think about that and kind of stem any
Yeah, it gives
early
me some
aggression.
sustain with mushrooms. I noticed that like early on that like if I were to take mushrooms with like Arcane Bomb, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could just like keep fighting like until, you know, like they run out of boulders or whatever. And then use the bank to recover. Like, because I'm pretty good at stalling. That's one thing I have to say. So, like, whenever I'm in a losing position, I usually could claw myself like right back into the game. But you know, I just felt like I kind of dominated for these 3 games. I don't know.
Well, I think your strategy was very cohesive. I mean, not taking Mega Boulder because you expected the game to have a lot of regen and not expecting the players to fall into vulnerable Mega Boulder ranges, and thusly instead deciding to take an extra 60 HP out for that spell through the shrooms and using that to find aggressive lines where you can just trade chip damage and pressure destruction of the map with Pebble's shot from the top in conjunction with Armageddon and use zone control. I think that's a pretty cohesive strategy, and perhaps not very lucky. Perhaps that was just well played by our champion.
Well, you know, I was praying to the DX god, you know, the god of luck,
I see, I see.
and he blessed me tonight.
You were definitely playing with some kind of blessing tonight. That much I'll concede.
Yeah, your prayers were answered. Also, I noticed too, because you know we often play a lot of 7 grassy, and man, it just seemed like it was so easy for you to chase. Like you can get across the map even in flight, which is slower than, you know, being deflighted, and chase super easily. There was one point in the game where you were up top map and you got all the way to the bottom through a portal, and that was when you got the pinecone sync off. You're just able to close really, really effectively.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't go for like a play like that, but like, yeah, like you said, like tens is so much time. Like, I feel like you don't even need portal for tens.
Yeah,
You could
I
go
was
across
I
the
was going to
map.
ask you about that. I noticed that you weren't playing Portal either. And do you think that I know that a lot of times finding attack angles from when you can control portals, especially because if you're playing flighted, you're obviously taking Wisp, Storm Spirit rather, and it's going to give you portal tricks as well. But I don't think you were playing Portal at all. I don't recall seeing you actually drop a portal in. And do you think that what gave you the confidence that you were going to be able to negotiate the map and always find the positions that you were going to be in?
I honestly don't know, man. I just played and, you know, it just panned out well for me.
Okay, I respect
I
it.
just know that my book was very strong against generic, you know?
Yeah.
Like if he would have taken Drain Bolt, I feel like he would have had more success versus me. But he took out Drain for Bank, right? And I don't think that's the right decision if you're running generic.
I see.
Yeah.
Because Drain Ball is pretty synergistic with Farseed and with the overall way that the generic is meant to play. So you're saying by trying to, I don't want to use the word abuse, but play into the Armageddon and swapping out a core tool of your spell that's designed to give you some high trade pressure, he really left himself with a vulnerability that you were able to exploit. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure. Like there was a lot of times, right, where he treated me in and I couldn't even do anything. I was stuck in there.
Right.
So like if he would have had Drain, he could have like, you know, recovered a bit or something, but
Yeah, and we noticed on the comms too that Arcane Bomb is not nearly as effective at getting out of trees, and even if you do use it, it's not going to kill the tree in one turn, so he would still be able to get a double drain off. But
Yeah.
as you said,
yeah, that too.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the fact that you said he had a lucky bracket. Who this tournament are you glad that you didn't have to face?
The only person I'm glad I didn't face is probably Spork. Like, I feel like Spork would have shit on me, but
Shout out to
everyone
Sport.
else, I think I had a fair shot.
I see, I see. So if you think you could beat almost everybody in the tournament, then what does a lucky bracket have to do with it? Just you got lucky not fighting
Yeah, that's
Sport.
true.
Okay. Okay, okay.
So Nev, what does this win mean for you in future tournaments? Are there things that we can look forward to? Are you going to be, eager to enter into future LTS tournaments? Maybe branch out. What are you feeling?
I normally sign up for everything, but yeah, it feels good. I beat the rank 1 player in the game. Like Slim Bill's the best. Hands down. Um, I don't know. It feels really good. I definitely will be signing up to future tournaments, and I feel like I perform well in pretty much all of them. So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, I'm
For sure.
absolutely looking forward to more matches from you in the upcoming tournaments, and on that same note, I think that I'm also looking to see how you continue to push forward innovations on, I guess, what you could call somewhat common formats. You're able to bring something a little bit juicier and a little bit more designed to counter, because that's how metagames start to evolve. When players are saying, okay, you're going to bring generic, and, all the top players know how to play generic. And what you brought seemed like it is designed to consistently beat generic without having too many glaring weaknesses. And obviously, we've already talked about a couple of those weaknesses in your book. But I would say that I didn't see any extremely glaring weaknesses from your book or from your gameplay. It looks like it's just something that's designed to fight generic. And if that's the case, then it's something that we could start seeing pop up into rotation, where other players will start to mimic, adapt, and shift what we can come to expect. And when that kind of happens, then you can kind of see a little bit of a metagame expansion. And I think that that can end up being the start of a beautiful new thing. So, I'm definitely looking forward to watching how not only you, but how other players continue to innovate off the progress you made in this tournament and off the way that you're pushing forward the metagame here, and the proper growth that was earned with this gold trophy win. So well done to you. Like, absolutely phenomenal gameplay. I was just very impressed the entire time.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I always try to incorporate some of the new spells into my books and see how that pans out. Normally, like, they don't do very well, but I'm glad I found something that worked on this map.
Yeah, can't wait for you to enter the next High Times tournament and have 60 turn 90-minute draws with him. It's going to be thrilling stuff.
Oh yeah, if
Anybody
you know
want to
me,
shout out?
man, none of my games draw, so we'll see.
Yeah, very true, very true. Well,
Anybody want to shout out? Maybe give a little credit to somebody that maybe helped you prepare, people who have supported you throughout your journey in this tournament and in Arcanists in general.
Shout out to Pure Extreme for making the game. Shout out to
Dub.
the Arcanist 2 team, or Arcanists or whatever. Shout out to the GOAT Discord. Shout out to DX pros, especially pros. He helped me practice a lot. 110. Yeah. Shout out to Coevo. We played some games yesterday, and it helped me. He taught me some things too. You learn every day.
for sure. Well, yeah, we won't keep you too much longer. Thank you so much for dropping in for the interview. And yeah, once again, congratulations. Really enjoyed this series. And as we all know, it went very well for you. So, first gold trophy. Let's go.
Hey, let's go. All right,
Cheers,
guys.
brother.
Thank
Once
you for
again,
having me.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye bye.
I take it easy, Nev.
Later.
And with that, I believe that concludes the end of the season 26 tournament. I'm going to toss it over to Ink in case he has any closing remarks or surprise announcements.
Right. So unfortunately, no surprise announcements, but I do have some closing remarks. So first of all, this was a great tournament. Once again, congratulations to Nev for the clean sweep in the grand finals, and of course his first tournament win in any seasonal tournament in Arcanist. Big feat, of course. Geez, I almost forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, I've been sometimes. That being said, I wanted to also comment, this tournament did result in a big turnout in the player base, not just from the competitive scene of players, but also I looked at the Steam statistics, and since the tournament started, we had like a 20% gain in active players, so pretty crazy. This is the most active the game's been in 6 months. But
Very cool.
yeah, it's been very successful, is sort of what I'm alluding to, so it's fantastic that that was the case. Hopefully we will have more tournaments with such success in the future. But like I said, I don't have anything prepared for season 27 yet. No talks or anything. So a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back. I will also give the shoutouts, of course, to today's commentators, Pierce and Coevo. And of course, if you'd like to follow myself, the broadcast host today, you can follow me at those links. Definitely give Pierce and Coevo a follow. Pierce is a great streamer, and Coevo is a great Arcanist. That being said, on that note, that's all I have. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the turnout in these tournament broadcasts. And we hope to see you soon. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Coel. Good night, Ink.